Well, check this out. Look what's sitting on the stand. In this episode of my new tank build video series, I'm going to take you on my epic 14-hour same-day adventure from my house here in Vermont to coast custom aquariums in New Jersey. So the adventure began the day before at this U-Haul center, and I rented a 5-foot by 9-foot U-Haul cargo trailer and hitched it up to my car. In hindsight, what I should have done was rented one of these, which is a budget box truck. I had done that the last time I went down to coast custom aquariums about 5 years ago. It actually has shock absorbers, so it's much better for transporting a tank, but more on that in a little bit. So it was darn early when I started up the car the next day. It was 3:21 in the morning. And I hit the road. It was dark, it was tough driving, but it definitely started to get more bearable as the light came out. It started to rain when I got into New York State. The weather did start to turn nice when I got into New Jersey. And oh look, there's a familiar sight, Vermont Avenue. Okay, so I'm getting close to coast custom aquariums. Actually, I'm turning into the driveway, and boy, relief. The first leg of the trip is over. Anyway, so Patrick, was on the other end of the tank right here. I'm on the inside of the box truck, and he was just pushing it in. I've got some shock absorbing material on top of some 3/4 inch plywood to make sure that the tank has a soft ride, even though this cargo trailer had no shock absorbers. So it was a little banging around, I'm sure, in there without those shocks. Anyway, so there it is in the truck. You can see it's all blocked in with wood, and what you don't see are the come-along straps that I put on top of that to keep it from swaying from side to side, or at least to make sure that it wasn't going to jump the wooden blocks there. So shut the door, and I turned around and headed back home the same day. But the weather was a lot nicer on the return trip home, which certainly made it bearable. This is New York State, and I'm coming up onto the New York State-Vermont border, so I'm getting very close, thank goodness. So this is the home stretch. I'm about 15-20 minutes from my house in north central Vermont. And let me tell you, the summertime is the time to transport a tank to Vermont, because in the wintertime it could look like this. Yes, that's my house in the wintertime, and much less stressful to be transporting this tank with this kind of weather. So I made the turn onto my road. It's a dirt road, and down the driveway, and there is the house, and that is a sweet sight. Let me say that after 14 hours on the road. So this is a shot from the next day when I had movers all lined up to move the tank from this cargo trailer down into the walk-in finished basement. And as you can see, the tank was unwrapped and all ready to rock and roll. But I'm going to have all the play-by-play and the highlights of that move from the truck into the house in the next episode. Anyway, many thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And one last thing, if you need help with a new tank build, including help designing a custom aquarium or help reconfiguring your current setup, then feel free to reach out to me. I will put a link in the video description below. And if you're looking to add some equipment, I do sell GHL, Royal Exclusiv, and Pax Bellum products, which is the equipment I use and recommend. So again, I will put a link in the video description below. Again, thanks for watching. See you next time.